Okay, hello. Well, this is it. This is the last video from the book, or shall I say the last video for the book. I am also making a presentation tips video, but I'll talk more about that in class. But yeah, this is it. What we wear, reading. And before I continue with this, I just hope that everybody is now close to ready, let's say 85, 90% ready for your final presentation. And that's it. I just hope you guys are ready, that's all. And I wanna now continue with what we wear reading. Okay, of course, as usual, the first part will always be pre-reading. So take a look at this. Look at the photo and read the caption on page 79. So only read the caption. Don't read the whole thing. What is the article about? From just looking at the photo and reading the caption, what is the article about? And also look at the title of the passage and quickly read the first 3 paragraphs. Okay, quickly read meaning scan. Just quickly look through. Then answer the questions below. All right, so as usual for A and B, I will give you as much time as you need. Pause the video now. All right, you have now unpaused the video, which means you are ready to check your answers. Let's check in. All right, so for A, this is my cat. I just wanted to, please give me a second here. All right. My cat just came in to say hello. All right, so what is the article about? How people's clothes make them feel. And for B, number 1, what is paragraph 2 mostly about? A description of an experiment. And paragraph 3, what is that mostly about? How special clothes can change people's behavior. All right, now let's get to the reading. And here you will actually, before I go to the next slide, you will actually just read along to the audio. That's all you have to do. I'm gonna do, there's audio for this. Just listen and read along with the audio.
The science of style. Deciding what to wear in the morning is a challenge for some people. We often worry about what others will think of us because of our clothes.
My fault, I had to just do that. So.
But researchers are beginning to think that our clothing has an equally powerful effect on how we see ourselves. Scientists Adam Galinsky and Hayo Adams report that there is science behind our style. In their research, Galinsky and Adams had some participants wear white lab coats similar to the ones scientists or doctors wear. Other participants wore their normal clothes. The participants took a test that measured their ability to pay attention. The people wearing the white coats performed better than the people in regular clothes. Galinsky and Adams think that the white coats made the participants feel more confident and careful. The researchers also believe that other kinds of symbolic clothes can influence the behavior of the people wearing them. A police officer's uniform or a judge's robe, for example, increase the wearer's feeling of power or confidence. And in workplaces that have a dress code, symbolic clothes may also affect how well employees do their jobs. Fashion blogger Jessica Quirk believes that our clothes greatly affect how we feel about ourselves. According to Quirk, there is joy and luck and confidence in what we wear. On her blog called What I Wore, Quirk posts a photo of what she's wearing every day. She says that people should pay more attention to what they wear. For example, we should choose a look that makes us feel more creative and happy. One way to do this at work is to dress up for the exciting job we want, she says, not the boring job we have. Another way is to wear special clothes that mean something to us. For example, Quirk wears one pair of shoes to all her important meetings. They are her lucky shoes. As Quirk points out, and as researchers have discovered, our clothes are like our second skin. The clothes we wear can affect our behavior. They can also tell the world something about us without us having to say a word.
Let me bring the video back. I apologize for what happened. And of course, down below, there's the experiment that we all know, but Galinsky and Adams' experiment, participants saw cards with different colored words on them. Participants had to say the color of the word they saw, not the word. The people wearing the lab coat said the correct color of the word more often. The researchers believe that wearing lab coats made the participants pay more attention to the test. Their behavior was, in fact, more like that of a doctor or a scientist. So we've all seen this. You see the word blue, but it's written in red. You have to say the word blue, I believe. Oh, they had to, so you have to say red, even though it's blue is written. You have to say green, even though yellow is written. All right, I just wanted to quickly point out that Quirk had come up in our TED Talk when we were doing things from the book. Now you know who she is and why she was part of an exercise that we did during the TED Talk part. All right, let's get on to questions about what we just heard and read. Oh. All right, getting the main ideas. All right, using information from passages on pages 79 and 80, answer each question. What is the main idea of the passage? So basically complete the sentence. And then number 2, there's going to be a little bit of writing. What are some examples of symbolic clothes? The writer mentions. What effects can they have on the wearer? So this is a two-parter, meaning it's a question in 2 parts. So I will actually leave, when we have the answers, I will leave this up longer in case you want to copy or take a screenshot. But of course, right now, I will give you as much time as you need. Pause the video now. Okay, you have unpaused the video and you are ready to check your answers. Let's do that in all right, the main idea. The clothes we wear can affect how we feel. That's the main point of what we just heard and read. All right, so here's the 2-parter. Symbolic clothes that were mentioned and how they made the wearer feel. This is going to be long. White coats make people feel more confident and careful. Police officer uniforms or judges' robes make people feel more powerful and confident. All right, normally I I give you guys maybe 5 seconds, screenshot or copying. I'll give you 15. Take a screenshot, copy. I'm looking at the timer. All right, so it should be more than enough time. Let's move on. Now we're going to get into underlining. So I'm not going to show you each of the paragraphs, but I will show you what you should have underlined. So writers often use words and phrases such as believes that, says that, reported that, thinks that to show what someone says or thinks. So go back to the reading and underline the phrases in the passages on pages 79 and 80. So all the paragraphs that link a person or people with what they say or believe. Okay, you have as much time as you need. Pause the video now. Okay, you have unpaused the video. You are ready to check your answers. Let's do that in all right, so let me make a note here. I'm going to show you writing, but all you really have to do, if this is too fast, go to each paragraph and underline what I show you here. Or, of course, if you already did that, which you should have done, check what you underline with what I'm showing you. So this is what you should have underlined. So for paragraph 2, report that. For paragraph 3, the underline should be think that, believe that. Paragraph 4, believe that, says that. And paragraph 5 points out. Now pay attention, text at the bottom of the page, believe that. So there's like some text at the bottom of the page. You should have also underlined that as well. You should have underlined believe that. That's what the now pay attention means. That there's text on the bottom of that page, you should have underlined believe that. All right, 10 seconds, screenshot, double check, whatever you need to do. All right, I think that's more than enough time. So now, this Venn diagram, you have A, B, C, D, right? So you have, there is science behind our style. Symbolic clothes influence how people work. Our clothes are like a second skin. People should pay more attention to what they wear. So we all know how these work. Some of these are on the left, what researchers say or believe, or on the right, what Quirk says or believes. And then, of course, in the middle, right here, both. So only them, only her, or both. So as usual, for these, where are you going to put them? Researchers, Quirk, or both? You have as much time as you need. Pause the video now. Okay, so you have unpaused the video, which means you are ready to check your answers. Let's do that in okay, so let me show you researchers. There is a science behind our style. Symbolic clothes influence how people work. Then quirk. People should pay more attention to what they wear, which means for both researchers and quirk, our clothes are like a second skin. All right, so for the next one, there's going to be a lot going on. Oh, I'll leave this up maybe 15 seconds. So just a minute. Okay, so what I was saying is gonna be a lot going on, so let's just start at the beginning. What happened in Galinsky and Adams' experiment? Put the steps into the correct order by writing 1 through 4, then add a sequence word to each step. So this is the process. What happened first, what happened next, what happened after that, right? So, and then for building vocabulary A, every reading there's always the words in bold. Well, this reading had words in bold. Use those vocabulary words, the words in bold, to complete each sentence. So you do have as much time as you need to do both. So pause the video now. All right, I waited a little bit longer, but if you are watching this, meaning you have unpaused the video, you are now ready to check your answers. Let's do that in all right, so here we go. For understanding a process, we already know what number 1 is. 2, 4, 3. All right, so 1 is always going to be first. So first, the researchers gave some participants white coats to wear. Next, participants looked at words, each written in a different color. Then the participants said the colors, not the words. Finally, the researchers counted the correct items. So for the numbers, 2, 4, 3, 1, and then next, finally, then first. Okay. So for the vocabulary words, the words that are in bold in the reading, your personal style is the way you dress. Quirk thinks people need to pay attention to what they wear. A person's behavior is the things that he or she does. Some workers, like nurses and waiters, wear a uniform to work. All right, I'll leave this up maybe 10 seconds. Do what you need to do, and then we'll move on. Okay, it's been about 10 seconds now. So for the next part, I divided it into 2 parts because there's a lot there. So here's the first part. You already know how this works. You have the word, you have the meaning. Match the word with the meaning, match the meaning with the word. But yeah, there's the word, what does it mean? Okay, I don't have the pause button here, but you do have as much time as you need. Pause your video now All right, you have unpaused your video and you are ready to check your answers. Let's do that in all right, here we have the words and the meaning. Creative, what does that mean? It means showing an ability to think of new ideas. Perform, to add an action or activity, or to do an action or activity. My mistake. Points out, draws someone's attention to important information, which leaves us with luck, chance, or fortune. So 1, 2, 3, 4, D, A, C, B. Now the reason I split this into two parts is because for the next part it's not a lot of writing, it's just one word for each, plus you have to check. So here we go. Right, so read the sentences. These were taken from the passage. Okay, I have the wrong page number, but you know what we just heard, what we heard and read. Write the part of speech of the underlined word, then check the best definition. So really what you're doing here is you're looking at these words that are underlined. Is it a noun or is it a verb? Dongsa, myeongsa, right? Oh, wait, noun, myeongsa, verb, dongsa. Sorry, so is it a noun or is it a verb? And what does it mean? In the context, that's why they have this. In the context of the sentence, what does the noun or the verb mean? All right, here I have the pause button. It's back. So you have as much time as you need. Pause your video now. All right, so you have unpaused your video and you're ready to check what you have written and put a check mark to. And we will do that in all right, so just before we check, I just wanted to make sure that you do understand what the word context means. So many words can be used as two or more parts of speech, noun, verb. Each part of speech can have a different meaning. So depending on the sentence and what the sentence is trying to say, you have the meaning of certain words will change depending on the context of where it is and what, where it is in the word and what is a sentence and what it's trying to say. So what you should have done, and we're going to check now, is for the words that are underlined, the parts of speech and the meaning. And I will show you both at the same time. So Quirk posts a photo of what she's wearing every day. So here, Quirk posts a photo. That's an action. It's something she does. So that's a verb. And it's a message or signs where others can see them. So she posts photos of what she's wearing every day so people can see them. So it's the action. She does this so people can see what she's wearing. Okay. Scientists Adam Galinsky and Hajo Adams report that there is science behind our style. So here, report, it's not the noun where you have to give somebody, what you wrote and give them. This is a verb, and it's telling you what they found out after they completed their research. So, to tell people about a piece of research, right? So it's a verb. All right, for the next one, participants took a test that measured their ability to pay attention. So we all know, took a test, so we know that it's a noun. And we know what a test is. So a problem that measures a person's knowledge or abilities. All right, and for the last one, a police officer's uniform can increase the wearer's feeling of power or confidence. So it's a uniform, it's what you wear, right? Police officers wear the same type of clothes, so it's a uniform, it's a noun, a special kind of clothing that is worn by everyone in a group or an organization. All right, I'll say 10 seconds to do what you need to do, whether it's screenshot or copying, and then we'll move on to what looks like the last slide. All right, so it's been 10 seconds. We're going to be doing critical thinking and applying, but we're only doing one. Right, so as you can see from number 2, applying, what other experiment might the researchers have used to test how closely people pay attention? This would be something in class where I would have your group talk about it, but since we are online, it's something for you to think about. All right, so critical thinking, inferring. Okay, remember the man walked downstairs, grabbed the umbrella and coat, went outside and went to work. We can infer that he was coming from upstairs. We can infer that it's raining outside, and we can infer that it's probably cold or a little cold. We're not sure. Infer is what we know, but it's not written. I've talked about this a few times in other videos, and that's what we're doing now. Inferring, what do you think wearing a white lab coat made participant, why do you think wearing a white lab coat made participants more confident and careful? Now, I know that normally, why do you think would be, but the answer is pretty much the same. If I go around the groups, everybody's going to have pretty much the same answer. So for number 1, as long as you need, pause the video now. All right, you have unpaused the video and you are ready to check your answers. Let's do that in all right, so there's going to be some writing here, so I will leave it up a little bit longer so that you can copy it or take a screenshot. But for number 1, everybody would pretty much have the same answer, which would be, let it scroll. Okay, participants in white lab coats partly viewed themselves as scientists or doctors and behaved in a way that they believe professionals in science tend to do. Now, how you might have said it to me might be a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. They put on the coat and they're like, oh, I'm a scientist now, you know, and so they try to act more like what they think a scientist, or how they think a scientist would act. And so they tend to do a little bit better. All right, so what I'm going to do is leave this up as I talk to you more about Explore More. So you can copy this or take a screenshot. But it says here that now, what you don't have to do is choose one of Quirk's outfits that you like best and tell your class and say why you like it. Don't worry about that. But if you wanted to see Jessica Quirk's TED Talk, you can go to TED.com, type in her name, it would be very easy to find, and you can watch her TED Talk. And who knows, you might find something that she's wearing that you really like. But yeah, so yeah, explore more. Check out her TED Talk at TED.com. That's it. It's slightly over the 30 minutes. I know most of my videos have been, but yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in Zoom. And yep, bye.